How to become a self-taught programmer? They are easy words to say, but not easier to do, because becoming a self-taught programmer requires more than what you hear in the words. I am a self-taught programmer. Now, when I was starting out as a self-taught programmer, I did some mistakes. I started with the hard languages, C++, and then I tried Rust. I almost gave up. But later I came to realize I was not following the right procedure. And what is the right procedure? Start from the easy task to the hard one. So I had to reevaluate my process, and I started learning HTML and CSS. Then after I knew that, I went to JavaScript. After JavaScript, I went to Python, and on and on. Now I have learned more than 10 languages, which have helped me in the course of my self-taught programming, and it has also helped me to create my own products. Welcome, this is the Just Talk podcast, and this channel I'll be showing you what it takes to be a software programmer the right way. Let's go.
You are listening to DJ Fatty. You are listening to DJ Fatty.
Welcome. Now you better grab your pen and papers, because I'm gonna teach you what no school will ever teach you: how to become a self-taught programmer. We are getting into 2024, and the buzz that has been around with the introduction of the chat GPTs and the AI bots has made everyone wish to be a software programmer, apart from what you watch in the movies and you see these cool tech guys typing everything in seconds and cracking people's passwords and cracking people's databases in seconds. Probably that's a lie. They lie to you. But welcome. This is a journey of teaching you how to be a software programmer the right way. You are not going to miss anything, and this is a free course for you. You will never use any cash in becoming a software programmer or following my ways to become a software programmer. No cost. That's the number one thing, but schools will have to let you pay them school fees first for them to teach you that. Now, when I started out as a software programmer, it wasn't easy for me, because when I finished high school, I was given a course that I didn't love, and I thought, by doing this course, I'll have to work all my life. And I didn't want to work all my life. I wanted to enjoy what I was doing. So I left the class one day and said, what can I really do? When I went to class, I never felt what the lecturers were doing, because I was completely off. Not that the course is bad, but the fact that I didn't love what I was hearing or what I was learning was, I didn't love it. So I chose to teach myself. The first thing I landed on was becoming a DJ. Then after becoming a DJ, I felt, no, a time will need for me. I always have this mind that I just need to have cash. So I moved on to programming. At first it was hard, because I had this hype where I want to learn anything. I want to learn everything and become like those coders you see on the screens and the movies. So I will take my laptop and I will and come out, syntax error, syntax error, syntax error, try again. So I almost gave up. But the reason was this: I had chosen the wrong language. Not the wrong language. I had chosen the wrong process of learning coding and programming. I was starting from the hard one to the easier one. So what did I start with? I started with C++. Oh, everyone knows what that is. A banger. So I never really understood what I was doing. I had chosen myself to be the suffering kid in the programming world. Then, after learning the introduction topic, I gave up and I went to Rust. Probably that is what you're going to do. So when I went to Rust, I tried, and they said most of the things are referred from C++. So I also gave up because of the mentality. Then I tried Elixir. That is a banger. No, first I tried Pascal and assembly, and I was, what am I gonna do? I'm not getting anything from what I'm learning. So I almost gave up. Then the next thing I decided, I'm gonna go to YouTube and watch the right way to start programming. I never found any tutorial. I never found any topic. They only told me how to learn programming in 100 days, which completely, that is a lie. There's no way you can learn something in 100 days and be from zero to perfect in 100 days. Well, the same person is taking years and years to learn. That's a lie. So I went online and researched, which languages should I start with to learn programming? And these are the steps that I took in starting my programming journey. The first thing I evaluated, what do I want to do with the languages? Now that's the first thing that you should learn. what do you really want to do with the language. Now, what you want to do will help you in trying to choose the right language. Do you want to create websites? Do you want to create mobile application? Do you want to create artificial intelligence? Do you want to create machine learning? Or do you want to create database and algorithms? So, or you want to do it as a hobby? Now, I fell for web development and mobile application. So what did I do? I started learning HTML and CSS. Then I moved to Python. Then I moved to JavaScript. After that, I moved to the frameworks. Now for Python, I moved to Django. For JavaScript, I moved to React and the Next. Then for HTML and CSS, I learned like everything and the bootstraps, the material UIs. So I started feeling like the journey has become easier because I could understand and I could create a project by what I was learning. So one thing that will discourage you is choosing the wrong language as a starting language for you to learn as a self-taught programmer, because you'll definitely give up, especially if you're not disciplined, especially if you have been hyped by an external source and you feel like, oh, I can also be a programmer. You need to have purpose, you need to have focus. So after that, I've worked on and I moved to other languages. So I came back for C++ and Rust, and I said, this time I'm back, baby. I'm gonna deal with you till I know you. So I took Rust, I took the documents, I took the tutorials, and I learned it every time, each day. So after creating these websites and these mobile applications, I will try to hype them up on my pages such as the status. Then I learned I was not doing them for me, I was doing them for them. I was learning to hype others, so I was missing out a lot because I could focus more on creating a project faster so that I can post it for people to see that, wow, this boy is a coder. But I really didn't understand that I was wasting myself. And the second thing I decided, no, I'll be doing this silently, just learn by myself and only ask and post in coding platforms, so that if I'm asking for answers such as the Stack Overflow and the rest. After that, I moved on to choosing, after mobile application and web application, I moved on to choosing machine learning and data structures and algorithms, because I had learned Python. So mostly it deals mostly in machine learning and artificial intelligence. So I chose to learn that. Then the second setback came: mathematics, calculus, linear integration, vectors. You know how much I had missed out on calculus. You can imagine how difficult it was. So after choosing that, I decided, no, I'm going to do a 2-year course to learn calculus, because I had loved programming, so I couldn't give up. This time I said, if I had learned C++, then I was not going to give up. So I took the initiative to self-teach myself calculus online again. I'm a self-taught person, so most of the things here are self-taught. If you want to go to the universities, you can go, but I'm going to tell you, you don't need to be at the university for you to learn the right thing or for you to achieve your passion and your success and your focus. It's about passion, baby. So I chose machine learning and artificial intelligence. It was hard, like completely hard, especially when it comes to mathematics. It's not a walk in the park. But I tried, and now I create for bigger platforms. I also maintain bigger websites. I also have my own products at the Fatty Studios. So my journey goes on that way. So that was myself. That was my journey as a software programmer. Now I'm going to show you the right way to do programming, the right way to learn programming. This is part 2. First, choose a language that you want to learn by evaluating what do you want to do with the language. Now, if you want to do mobile application and mobile and website development, you can go with CSS, HTML, JavaScript, and later on learn the Python, C++, Rust, Elixir, C, C#, CNET, TypeScript. You can learn that, but the first 3 languages that you should know for web and mobile application: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The second thing, machine learning, artificial intelligence. You have to choose the right language, especially Python, C++, Rust, and you will choose Rust, especially if you want efficiency. Now, basically, if you want efficiency, you will choose Rust, and if you want an old school language that has been around for long, then you will go for C++. Now, if you want to create cryptocurrencies, then you can move on to Solidarity and Rust for efficiency. Now, that will fall in the third point. Performance of the language. Do you want a language that performs at a higher speed, or do you just want a language that can be developed faster but takes time, but doesn't take time, but takes time to load? Or do you want a language that is developed faster but takes time to run its services on the application, on the device? Or do you want a language that takes time to be developed but runs faster? Now, you can go for Python if you want faster development, but you can go for Rust and C++ and the low-level device languages if you want efficiency, which we call compiled languages. Now, if you want to create mobile application, you can go for Java or Kotlin. That is how you start your journey. I hope this episode was productive to you, and my name is Fatih. Bye bye.